Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kieltyka, Ed.
And this is the High Game Podcast.
The High Game Podcast.
What do we talk about?
We talk about guitars all the time.
What else do we talk about?
Beverages.
Okay, what else do we talk about?
Weather.
Yep. What else do we talk about, John?
Politics.
Sometimes. We try to keep it clean.
Yeah, keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Where are we recording from, John?
West Seattle. Beautiful West Seattle.
Beautiful West Seattle, Washington. Is it a beautiful day out?
A little bit.
It's okay. I didn't have to empty the 55-gallon rain barrel drum out of my into my yard.
If it was raining that much?
Yeah.
On a day like today?
Yep.
With this episode being what it is?
Oh, it would be. Yeah.
You would need a bumper chute.
Oh, sure.
That's also known as an umbrella.
Sure. The Bumper Shoot, that's a festival we have in Seattle.
Yes.
It's in September, and it's the same weekend every year as PAX, which is the Penny Arcade Expo.
Is it?
And it is. They're on the same weekend. It's kind of weird, and I have gone to PAX every year for 12 years, something like that.
Huh.
And so I haven't been to Bumper Shoot in a real long time. And Bumper Shoot's kind of a cluster anyway.
Well, top of the morning to you, Ed. Oh, wait, that's not...
Cheerio.
Cheerio, yeah.
That kind of thing? Is that... Yeah, mate, sure.
Mate.
Oi!
Oi! You lot. What?
Yeah, like that. That's real English of you.
Yeah.
You know. What's that?
Magnificent Seven, the clutch.
Sure. You rushed right out and bought that the morning it dropped.
That was from Sandinista.
Sure. Dropping down pennies and nickels.
Yep.
Buying that album.
Yep, on cassette.
Oh, really?
I bought it on cassette.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's just about time for high tea, wouldn't you say?
Ooh, yeah. Do it.
Beverages.
Yeah. What do you got, John?
Today, Ed, we're going to merry old England.
Okay.
So I think it's appropriate. We've got tea and biscuits.
We went to Husky Deli,
yes,
and we got some tea, and we got some biscuits.
What kind of tea do you have, Ed?
I got some peach and passion fruit.
Oh.
It's from the Ahmad Tea Company out of London, England. England.
I, too, have Ahmad tea.
Ahmad?
Yeah.
Ahmed?
Ahmed? I don't know.
Ahmad.
Sure.
Tea.
And mine is English breakfast.
Oh,
yes.
Lovely.
For the viewers at home,
I'm
going to try to stick my pinky out.
Oh, yeah.
I, take a sip of this lovely tea.
Yep. I have a hard time doing that because my tea is the big mug I have it in has no handle.
Oh,
you know, which is kind of...
We don't have the fancy English teacups. But that is a lovely English tea. Ed loves it.
Yeah. That's what people know I'm drinking for real.
Right. And what are...
all realsies. Oh,
what are these biscuits?
Maybe a nice, lovely biscuit.
Yes.
This is a McVitie's. McVitie's Rich Tea Classic biscuits from England, from the United Kingdom.
Nice.
Yeah, they're lovely.
I try some of those.
You know.
Maybe I'll. You know what? Maybe I'll do
dip it. I don't know if that's a thing.
Do the English do that?
I don't know.
Oh man, I just did it.
Yep. I was there this summer. You know, in the London with the family, and
that's very nice.
Yeah, we had a couple of lovely high tea kind of things. We had a really great high tea thing in the British Museum.
Did you have crumpets?
Museum. I don't think so.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
Did you have blood pudding?
Did I have blood pudding? I did not.
Did you have spotted dick?
I did have spotted dick.
Did you?
No. I mean, not the food, just the symptom.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, so you didn't get your shots before you went to London.
Yeah. Why are we talking about London so much?
Well, because today, Ed, we're going to go into the varied history of Burns guitars.
Okay.
Burns.
Okay.
Like Mr. Burns.
Yeah, Mr. Burns. I don't know much about those guitars. Surprise.
Plays well. This is a Burns Marquee.
Marquee. Is that why it's got gold hardware on it? Because it's a fancy boy?
Maybe.
A Marquee, Ooh. What do you got there? What kind of fuzz is that?
That is a Big Muff triangle pedal.
Oh, one of the new ones.
Yeah.
That's the newest in their little EHX kind of line, right? Yeah.
It is.
That's the new one, right?
What do you know about Burns? Burns of London, Ed.
Nothing.
I do believe this is going to be kind of fun.
Okay. Yeah, maybe a bunch of people in the, 60s, 70s maybe played that thing? Sure. I don't know.
Where does this start, Ed?
England.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Super Sound Electronic Products.
Oh, that's a cool name.
It's pretty cool.
That's a cool name, yeah.
It's this company out of England from 1952.
1952 is when the company was founded.
When Super Sound Electronic Products was founded.
Was founded, right. Yeah. Okay.
By a couple.
Okay.
Alan and Mary.
Alan and Mary Supersonic?
Wooten.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. This was just a miscellaneous company, Super Sound.
Super Sound out of London.
Yeah. By 58, they decide we want to make guitars.
Sure.
But we don't know anything about guitars.
Right, of course.
But there's this cat who's really popular around here. His name is Jim Burns.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if we could get Jim Burns to come over here and help us with guitars.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So Jim Burns designed the necks and the bodies because he was a guitar maker guy.
Okay.
And our man Alan, since he already knew about the PAs and the amps and all that kind of stuff.
Alan Supersonic.
He knew how to do all the electronics already.
Oh, sure. Wire that shit up.
Yeah, so he would wire that shit up.
Did you know that biscuits?
Yes.
When we say we're having biscuits,
yeah,
they're actually cookies. Johnny.
Really?
It's one of those things like torch. That's a flashlight. Boot. That's a trunk.
Did you know petrol is gas?
See, these are things, like I went over to London thinking everything would be cool. Like there's not going to be a language barrier.
Did you know bollocks are balls?
Is that true?
I think so.
Never mind the bollocks. It's the Sex Pistols. It's crazy. You listen to that album and it could have been released a year and a half ago.
Okay, so let me speed it up for you, Ed. So in 59, just 1 year later,
1959.
Yeah, our man Jim Burns is like, hey, I kind of like this. I should start my own damn company to make guitars.
Fuck you guys.
So that's the end of Super Sound.
That's great.
Because old Jimmy Burns leaves.
Wow. Was that a year?
A year.
1 year and
yeah.
Okay, so he gets,
So he founds Burns Vial.
Vile?
Weill.
Wheel?
Veal. Let's just say Burns. He founds Burns
in
59 with Alice Farrell.
Another name.
She's a goddamn ghost.
Okay.
Look all over the interwebs. You won't find her.
What is Perry Farrell's mom's name?
Alice. Was she born in 1908 maybe? Did she die in 93?
Yes. Question mark. I've got no reason to doubt that this was Perry Farrell's mom.
I think you're probably right. Oh, by the way, Alan from Supersonic, Sound.
Yeah.
He left us too.
Oh no, what year?
Alan left us in 73.
Okay, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Even our man Jim Burns, who we're just getting into now.
We're just starting. Oh.
98.
How many was that? Was that 3, 4?
We're just front loading that shit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jim had an unusual mission when he started up Burns.
Yeah, what was that?
Some people want to make one-off boutique stuff.
Uh-huh.
Some people want to do mass-produced stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jim stated that he wanted to make mass-produced one-offs.
I think we call that an oxymoron, don't we?
Yeah.
Is that what we call that? Mass-produced one-off. Those don't seem to go together.
It does seem a little weird.
Right.
Fortunately for him, being like big luthier in London and stuff, he had done work on John Lennon's Rickenbackers.
Oh, he's got some pull.
Yeah,
he's got a little bit of pull.
He had some juice. A little bit of juice.
Oi! Yeah. I wish we could do voices. That'd be cool.
We totally can't.
You do a killer Paul Reed Smith over the telephone. We got some feedback. Some guy said that he thought it was actually Paul Reed Smith.
Well, so right out of the gate,
yeah,
he makes a signature model for this guy named Hank Marvin.
Okay.
Of the band The Shadows. Real big in London at the time.
Okay.
It's called the Marvin.
Burns Marvin.
And it was...
That's a cool name.
And it was a hit.
With Marvin?
No, with guitar players.
But it was a one-off. He only built one of them.
He made multiples of them, but our man Jim, not the most savvy businessman.
Oh, no.
Over time.
Well, savvy or not, it all ends the same. You're all eating dirt in the end.
Eating dirt.
Worm food.
Yeah, worm food.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So 1963.
Okay.
Hank.
Did you know in 1959 when that company was founded, or when he left, right?
Yeah.
When Burns was founded?
Yeah.
That's the same year that the first practical hovercraft was introduced, like they flew or whatever, you know.
In
like
England?
Yeah. Did you know that? The first practical
they
hovercraft? They hovered out of England.
Over the moors? Yeah, if you click that this whole episode.
Yeah, it's going to be killer, right? Are you going to love it?
Yep.
I'm just sitting.
Me right
doing
now?
this. Yeah.
Loving it. So by 63, our man Hank of the Shadows, he has a hit.
Hank of the Shadows has a hit, as in he has a hit song, or he has a hit guitar?
Yeah,
a hit song.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Foot Tapper.
Yes, the name and the song, they go together. This is a foot tapper.
Are you tapping your foot?
A little bit, yeah.
That kind of like instrumental thing maybe was kind of big in England at the time.
The Shadows,
I guess,
sounds like, if it's not a weird post-rock band from right now, The Shadows, it is a 60s instrumental surfy kind of band.
Right.
That's the name of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Also from 63.
Yeah.
A band, The Searchers.
I think you might play something and maybe I'll know it.
Well, this is a cover of Needles and Pins. Do you know that song?
Yes.
By The Searchers, 1963, also playing Burns guitars.
That initial guitar coming in where it's like not hyper compressed or whatever, but it's squashed. You know what I mean? The tone.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like it.
It's hitting the tape hard, like they say.
You could hear a modern song having that sound and then just playing 15 seconds of that really squashed tone and then like opening up to a full, like an actual, the way you would want it recorded. Sure. Oh, sure.
3 single coil pickups, Ed.
3 pickups.
5-way switch, which is kind of nice.
Yep.
1 volume, 2 tones.
Sure. Sure.
That's kind of nice.
That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. It looks to me, that guitar looks like a Strat, but it's got a weird, almost like a Mosrite vibe to it.
A little bit.
Kind of a Mosrite vibe. Can you dig that?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got an interesting thing where it's got multi-sectioned pick guard.
Yeah.
The pick guard's actually what, 4 pieces, 3 pieces?
I think originally it was 4. This one is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 separate pieces screwed on.
Yeah.
The piece on the lower horn says Burns London on it. The pickups on these are not the famous Jim Burns designed trisonic pickups.
Jim Burns actually made the pickups. So that original guitar, he did the whole jammer.
His whole deal.
So those tri bangers, what were they? Trisonic bangers. Were they pretty hot?
They were pretty hot and pretty full.
Full and hot.
He did something he got a patent for.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the inside of a pickup? It's like this plastic structure.
Yep.
You take the structure and you wrap the wire around it. Whole bunch of wire, just wrap it around there. Then you drop some magnet pole pieces in the middle of it.
Pole bangers,
put a cover on it. There you go.
Sure.
This had none of that superstructure, the plastic structure.
Sure.
They just wrapped the wire in a round shape, the way you might wrap string around your fingers.
Yeah, around
nothing. They just made an oval shape out of it.
But around the pole bangers.
No.
Oh.
Around nothing.
Okay.
And then when that oval shape of wire was done,
they
would carefully put two magnetic bars in it. They would stick to each other.
On top and on bottom of the oval?
In the middle of it.
Yeah.
They would just kind of like wedge them in there.
Okay.
And then there was a plate on the bottom, and they stuck that whole thing to the plate via magnetism.
Sure.
And then just put a cover on it.
How do magnets work, John?
They attract things.
Okay. Is it like weird science? Or is it magic?
I think it's magic.
Huh. And why don't people use that magnet technology to this day? Why don't they do that?
Don't know.
Have they given up on the magnet tech?
I wonder if it's more expensive to do.
The magnet tech, I'm sure, is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure out how that works.
Magnets?
You got to get under the hood of that magic.
Right. Yeah, who's going to do that?
Who's got the time?
No, not me. I know what I don't have time for. That.
I don't have time to spend like half my life at Hogwarts learning about magnets.
Yep. See, and Hogwarts is in England. I get what you did there, right?
The Channel.
Yeah. Sweet Channel, bro.
So, by this point,
1963.
They are doing so well, just on the strength of our man Hank, the Searchers, and all the other bands that are picking these things up.
Sure. All the other bands.
They were the most successful guitar company in England.
What is the second most successful guitar company in England?
I don't know.
Were Vox out of England?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you go. And with these designs that our man Jim started in 1959 when he told Supersound to suck it.
Oh, yeah. Suck it, dudes.
That made Jim Burns the first commercial guitar manufacturer in England.
Oh, my gosh.
To that level of production sort of made him the kind of the Leo Fender of England.
Sure. A lovely young couple comes to a guy and says, hey, we got an idea.
Can you help us?
We'd like to partner with you and make some guitars. And the guy says, yeah, you tell me about how these electronics work. And they say, sure. And then they tell him how the electronics work. And then he's like, fuck you.
Yep.
Get out.
That's exactly what
I'm
happened.
Mr. Burns. This guy sounds a lot like that Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
Tapping his fingers together and shit like that. You think he's that kind of guy?
All indication is that he was less savvy than Mr. Burns on TV.
Okay.
Beginning with his first bring down in 65.
The 65 bring downs.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 65 bring down, the Baldwin Piano Company
sure
buys his shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
When did Fender sell to
65.
CBS? Weird.
Funny you mention that,
Weird.
Ed.
Yeah.
You know who else wanted Fender?
The Baldwin Piano Company.
Yeah.
But they couldn't buy them.
Because they were outbid by CBS. Do you want to know what the delta was in $1965?
From the CBS offer to the Baldwin offer?
Yeah.
Let's play that game where I say stuff and then you go, no.
CBS bought Fender for $13 million.
Okay.
So, the losing bid by Baldwin Piano was how much?
$12.9 million. $12.8 million. 12.7. 12.6. 12.5.
Are you just going to keep doing that? Can you imagine you're Baldwin Piano and you're like, hey, Fender, we will give you $380,000 for your company.
Wow.
And you're thinking you're over there in wherever Baldwin is, and you're thinking,
sure,
it's in the bag.
We got this.
It's in the bag, and here comes CBS.
Wow.
We'll give you $13 million.
Wow, that's crazy. But they go to Mr. Burns, and Mr. Burns is like, $380,000.
Excellent.
So 1965, they make that
Sure.
purchase, and they change the name of the company.
To Burns.
No, Baldwin Burns. And our man Jim Burns,
Yeah.
he's out.
Burns is out.
Out on his
Like,
fucking ear.
Really? They just boot him.
He takes some time off maybe to hang out on the beach.
Sure.
Like 4 years. Something
Sure.
like that.
Okay.
He's messing around with stuff.
65.
Yeah.
So in 69.
Yep. Wah, wah. He gets
Yeah.
approached by the cats at Dallas Arbiter.
Dallas Arbiter.
Dallas Arbiter were
Yeah.
the inventors of the fuzz face.
Oh.
They approach Burns.
Okay.
They're like, hey, you want to make guitars again?
Have you seen that video
Which?
of the G8 summit and Trump is sitting at the table and all of the world leaders are like 4 seats away standing around talking and laughing and Trump is just sitting at the table by himself like patting his arm?
Oh, he's losing it.
Really good.
That
It's
dude's
so
losing
great.
it.
No, he's the best. America's so great right now.
Ah, so great.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
I love it. I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of all this winning.
Sick of all the winning.
Yeah.
So Burns is making guitars again.
Probably do some clicking. Wait, they come to him and they say, hey,
How about we back you? You make some guitars.
okay.
And he says, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. The Baldwin Burns Company
Yeah.
is not too happy about him using the Burns name.
I cannot imagine they would be. That doesn't seem correct.
So he is prevented from using the Burns name.
Sure. That sounds correct.
They end up being called Heyman guitars.
Sure. Leo Fender, post Fender, has G&L and Music Man. You sell your company in 1965, and one of the deals with that is you don't get to use your fucking name anymore. Sorry, dipshits.
But you know what?
What?
In 1970,
Okay.
the sales are going down. So what does Baldwin do? They discontinue it. So the guitars they bought from our man Jimmy, they're not making them anymore.
No. Burns is making guitars, just not under the Burns name.
He still can't use the Burns name,
Right.
but you know what he can do?
Uh,
He can call it Burns UK.
does he really?
Yeah.
That is, wow. So it's not just bands that do that.
Yeah.
That predates any band.
74.
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't that awesome?
That's pretty good. Burns UK.
And only one model sold well. I wish the viewers could see this thing.
Yeah.
It is literally shaped like a goddamn paper airplane. It was called the Concorde,
Oh.
named after the plane.
Cool, cool.
It was real big with the glam rockers.
Oh.
You know, Slade,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mark Bolan of T-Rex.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
love that thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is some Slade.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not your,
No, not your Quiet Riot.
yeah,
This is not Quiet Riot.
this is better.
Yeah. Wow, come on, don't get carried away. Yeah.
They love the Burns Concorde guitars.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great.
It's pretty good,
That's
huh?
yeah, that's really good.
I like it
Yeah.
way better than the Quiet Riot.
I don't know about
I
that.
think that's great. And things just get more interesting from there.
Uh-huh.
You know Brian May?
Guitar player for Queen.
Yeah.
Is that a Burns?
No.
Okay.
That guitar is called the Red Special.
Yeah, he built it.
He built it with his dad.
Yeah, totally.
When it came time for pickups,
Uh-huh.
Brian May was able to experiment with the way they were wound and all kinds of phase stuff because they used the Trisonics pickups I was talking about. So since that coil of wiring was not wrapped around a bobbin, remember?
Right.
He just popped the magnets out, and then he's holding a coil of wire that he can fuck around with and do stuff with.
Doing stuff. He's doing stuff with this wire.
Yeah. Queen starts coming up. He decides, well, maybe I should try Burns guitar.
Oh. I like this. I like this a lot. singer-songwritery, I like it.
It kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah. I like kind of in that The Birds kind of, yeah. Brian May, wasn't he like an engineer or something, I think?
I don't want to mess it up by saying astrophysics, but it could actually be astrophysics.
Something, yeah,
and
right.
some years ago in recent time, I think he just got his PhD in it.
Oh, really?
Like finally completed a PhD in it. Pretty smart.
Smarty boy.
As it turns out.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
76, Queen's doing their thing.
Yep.
77, Burns UK.
Yep.
Closes.
Yes. Great.
So, maybe he takes another break. I don't know what this guy's doing. He can't seem to keep anything afloat, even though he keeps kind of innovating in the space.
Yeah.
But, he doesn't give up. 79, he's back.
Okay.
Jim Burns Actualizers Limited.
Oh, that's a cool.
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with guitars?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
Is actualizer British for guitar? I don't know.
Yeah.
Jim Burns Actualizers Limited is founded.
Okay.
The main guitar, or one of the first ones, is the Burns Steer.
Ooh.
The Burns Steer is an unusual cat. It's shaped like an acoustic.
Sure.
But it's thinner.
Yeah.
It has an F-hole, but it also has pickups. So it looks like this weird green burst acoustic electric guitar thing. Guess who has been playing one for most of his career? This is a Burns Steer semi-acoustic altered guitar.
Outside the youth of America, outside them from themselves, outside the suntan surfer boys and the Californian girls. When the lights go out in the rest of the world.
Who is this?
This is called Help Save the Youth of America.
They're playing in the sun and having fun till daddy takes the gun away. From the big church to the big river and out.
That's Billy Bragg.
Billy Bragg's kind of in that
That was 1986.
Joe Jackson, Billy Bragg.
Oh,
I don't know.
no.
I put them in a weird, similar camp in my brain.
That is weird.
Yeah. When I think of 80s music that I listened to, it was The Police, and then later on, maybe Joy Division, and later Duran Duran, and
Susie
kind
and
of
the
going.
Banshees.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's this other camp that's similar but different.
I
And it's-
listened to all the things you're saying
Right, and more.
and this.
Yeah, I just didn't listen to it.
What's wrong with you?
I have a Billy Bragg hole.
Just went right down the Bragg hole.
Yep.
Yeah. Jim Burns Actualizers also closes.
How long are they around? They make a bison. They make a
4 years.
okay.
People continue to play these things, though. 1990.
Oh, 90.
Jim Burns Actualizers dead.
Yeah.
Nobody's making Burns anymore.
No one gives a shit.
1990.
Yep. Pretenders?
No.
It's. Who is this? It's
Come on now.
Stop it! I can't. Yeah, like you're gonna say it, and I'm just gonna yeah. I almost certainly have this on CD.
That's The Laws.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Yeah.
So in 1992,
Yeah.
this other cat,
Mm.
I think he might even be in the U.S. His name's Barry Gibson. I
Okay.
guess we could just call him Barry Gibbs because it would be funny.
Or Barry.
Or Barry.
A guy named Barry lived across the street from us for several years.
What was his deal?
Well, he was just like a tech writer.
Sounds riveting.
Pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet deal. He moved out a couple years ago.
Oh.
New guy moved in. Don't know what his name is. It's not Barry. I know that.
Well, so this guy Barry,
Yeah.
maybe he's a big fan of Burns, or I don't know what his interest is.
I don't either.
He wants to revive it.
Sure.
So he does. He starts Burns London Limited, which is what I hold in my hand.
Oh, no kidding.
The Burns London Limited.
Tell me what year this is again?
92
Okay, weird.
is when he starts it up. He employs our man Jim Burns as a consultant.
Okay.
So Jim Burns is back in it.
Right, back in the saddle, baby. Let's go.
So that's pretty good.
Well,
for
I
him.
mean, the nice thing there is like maybe Jim's deal is he's not the best at the business side.
Yeah,
maybe we get a new guy. We get Barry in here.
So, yeah, maybe Barry knows what's up.
Yeah, maybe he does.
You think that would work?
Well,
So they start reissuing things like this, the Marquee, the Steer, the Billy Bragg type thing.
Yep.
And the quality is really good.
Yep.
And they're still made in London at this point. In fact, they had never been made outside of England.
Oh.
Burns just kept doing it. You know Supergrass? You like Supergrass? This is Burns.
I like that. Yep,
It's a pretty good sound.
it is.
Good tone.
It's real good. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Supergrass, big fans
Yep.
of.
Yeah, it's another hole. Another
Is
just
it?
Haven't deep dived on the Supergrass. Never did it.
99. Now it gets to the place Ed is not going to like.
Oh, here we go. Let's go to Korea. Let's go to China.
Let's go to both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Sure.
they start the Club Series. This is a Club Series instrument
Okay.
from the year 2000.
Okay.
So this is a year after they went overseas.
Yep.
First produced in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
The quality remained high. So this being an example of it,
Yep.
I don't really have too many problems with this.
Oh, Hall of Fame reverb. Hall of Fame reverb into Dark Star. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Burns guitar into Hall of Fame reverb into a Dark Star from Old Blood into a EHX triangle.
Yes, all
Yep.
of that, but the other way around.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, whatever. Whatever, I'm looking backwards.
Yeah, you got it backwards on account of the colorblind.
Well, I'm not sure if that's it, but sure.
Wait, that's not how that works?
Whatever.
It's heavier than normal. But,
Yep.
But I don't know that I find the quality to be that lacking.
Yeah,
It's got good tone. It's set up nice. The fretboard is in good shape. It plays well.
Yep.
One thing that I think is kind of a bummer
Yeah.
is that they didn't just go with trisonic pickups.
Yep.
'Cause, those pickups sound really great, and they were just unusual enough, I think, to have a lot to do with why so many different bands played the guitar.
Yeah,
they would pick it
distinctive
up.
sound.
Yeah, they'd pick it up and go, "What? Wow,
Yeah.
what is this?"
Yep.
Like a lot of the guitars we've played.
Yep.
Some of the Gretches. And
Yeah, just
like
weird. Yeah, like it's not. Oh, that's different. Yeah.
it's different enough for.
Yeah, where this one's just got regular Strat single coil type.
They have the Burns name on them, and
Sure.
they're called Resomatic.
Oh, the old Burns Resomatics.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's
Sure.
different material for the magnets or
Sure,
what's going on.
but it's got pull bangers.
It's got pole bangers.
Yeah.
I'm going to end with the Zootons here.
Oh, great.
I know you like the Zootons. You like the Zootons?
They're one of my faves.
Yeah.
Classic.
This is Burns also.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.
This is fun. Fun. I'm going to throw this in the fun camp.
This is called Valerie.
I could very much see this on the radio. You know, I could imagine this being played on just the indie circuit. You know what I mean? That indie
It's almost
pop.
70s kind of.
Yeah,
70s poppy kind of.
yeah.
Oh, it's
That
got
little, yeah.
saxophone horn
Yeah.
thing. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see where they go with this chorus.
Okay, I'm ready. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is this?
The Zootones.
I'm going to go ahead and download some Zootons. I'm going to take a listen. I'm going to dig in on the Zootons. Probably not going to go into the Billy Bragg library, but I am going to go Zooton. What do you think of that?
So you can still buy a Burns
Yeah?
from Burns London Limited.
Sure.
One of these things that's overseas.
The nice thing is that company has traded hands and names so many times, it just doesn't, get a Burns. Whatever. What about this thing? Head on over to Thunder Road Guitars.
ThunderRoadGuitars.com.
Yep.
Yep.
Pick it up.
Yep.
Try it out. This one being a reissue and made in Korea, it is way less expensive than you might imagine.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, listeners, viewers.
Yeah, viewers.
You should go there and do that.
Yeah, whatever.
The tremolo cover still
Yeah.
has the plastic on it.
It sure does.
Yep.
So.
It is in fine, fine shape.
Okay, John.
Okay. Did you finish your tea before it went cold?
I finished my tea. I ate, half a dozen
Biscuits?
biscuits.
Nice.
They were great. What about
Yes.
you?
Yeah, capital.
Oh, great.
All right, Ed.
Okay.
I think that was pretty successful.
Pretty good. Digging in on the Burns, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, dig in the Burns.
Yeah, I know a little more now than I did, an hour ago.
Yeah, and an intersection with kind of interesting people and places and times.
Couple interesting people. I would rather not do another Burns if we can, get away with it.
Yep. Yep.
Like 5 years down the road when we're still looking for guitars, I'd rather not do a Buffalo.
Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
All right, check us out
Yeah, check us out on the Instagram,
on the webs.
Facebooks,
Yeah.
the Twitters,
Yeah.
the iTunes, and,